Hello guys, welcome to another video. I am very happy that you are here today. Today's video is really exciting for me because I had this idea. For a video. I just wasn't sure how I want to execute it. But a long time ago, I think in January or something, I asked you on my community tab what are some of your favorite books that you might want me to read and give a review. And some of you gave some really nice ideas and suggested your favorite books, so thank you for that. But one of you, Crazy for Comics, that's your username, suggested that I read The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. So I checked what this book was about, I loved the premise, and I ordered it. And here we are. This is a reading vlog from me reading this book. But not only, that would be a bit boring, I think. If you're familiar with the concept of reading vlogs from the booktube community or non-ASMR videos, you might know that it's kind of mixed in together with just updates from your life, what you're doing, what is happening. So it's not going to be so boring, I hope. And one important thing is I'm going to do these in the future. I would love to. It was so fun to film it all, and I hope it's going to be fun to put it together while editing. But I would really love to read some more of your guys' favorite books, because that's a way of connecting with you, you know, aside from chatting with you in the comments. I think that's an even deeper way of connecting with you. So if you would like your favorite book to be featured in a future video, in a future reading vlog just like this, please write in the comments and maybe tell me a little bit about the book. Let me know what's, the title, the author, and I will pick some of those. And if there are too many and I just can't decide, I will just combine them and make a poll on my Instagram. So if you're not following me there, I suggest you do so, and we can just pick the next book for the next reading vlog together. I hope that sounds fun, and I hope this video will be relaxing, entertaining, and I don't know, fun, maybe something different. Maybe you can get to know me a little bit more. So yeah. Hi there. Today is the 2nd of June. That means yesterday was the 1st of June, obviously. And that means it was International Children's Day. Let me know how you celebrated your inner child. I celebrated by watching the Pixar movie called Brave, the animated movie, and I think that was just a great treat. I really enjoyed it. The animation was done really well. The story was, I would say, surprising. I didn't expect it to go the route that it went. And it was really touching. It was just heart-melting, and my eyes were still a bit puffy this morning, so you know what that means. Today is that kind of day that I'm not a huge fan of. You probably know that type of a day when you have something to do at 10, let's say, then something at 1, something at 5. And in between, you're not really sure whether you should start doing something else. I don't know, distract yourself, maybe relax, or maybe try to be productive in between. Sometimes you're just sitting and waiting for that time to come because you can't focus on anything else. So that's my day in a nutshell, basically. But I won't let that ruin the rest of my day. I'll make the most out of it. So I really want to read some more because this morning I had the time to read like 11, 12 pages at most. So I don't know a lot. And I also want to go to a few shops to that's not exactly, shopping, but more like prop hunting, because I have an idea for a video and I need just a few more props, preferably glittery slash fluffy slash aesthetically pleasing slash making nice sounds. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll take you along with me. As for the book, so far I've met 3 characters and I'm getting, an idea of the world that they live in, but I still am not sure what to kind of picture it as, because they've mentioned that they're digging tunnels in space and there are pods and there are spaceships, but how that all is connected together, I don't know. And also there is this aspect of language, because I'm not an avid sci-fi reader, right? So I probably wouldn't understand some of the things even if it was in Polish, right? But here I found that I had to check a few words to just to understand what's going on, because obviously the language is a bit different than in a young adult novel, right? So that was the only thing. But I can't tell you a lot. I will continue on reading this afternoon and maybe update you later. But for now, I need to eat something and I need to go to those shops. A little bit of an update for you. I didn't find anything that would satisfy me, that would be suitable for the video, but at the same time, it would be something I could use in the future just so that it wouldn't go to waste. It's not a coincidence that I'm recording here. And now I have about an hour and a half until I have to go out of the house. So I'll just spend that time reading and getting as much read as possible. I can't focus.
ładna. Nie gryź.
Hi there. So it's the next day. It's the 3rd of June today. And maybe you've seen some footage from today, but I haven't actually talked to you. So here I am. I planned on reading a lot today, but I actually spent a day with family, just being together and enjoying this time together, and laying on the sofa, watching a bit of TV, which I never actually do. And I also finished my puzzle, finally. So the puzzle is complete. I think of framing it and putting it somewhere, but I don't know yet. I don't have a lot of space on my walls. My room isn't huge, so I don't know. But yeah, I do not regret not reading as much as I planned, because today was amazing, and turns out that's what I needed. But I read like maybe 50 pages this evening, and I think I'm going to go to bed and just call it a night. But let's maybe talk a little bit about the book. So what I already know that I like is the fact that we have multiple species here, and there's this aspect of differences and being tolerant towards each other. And there was like this one dialogue. Someone was mad at another character, and they said, they were mad, and they said something like, "Oh, that stupid lizard." And the other person was like, "Oh, no, not on my ship. You're not going to be racist on my ship." So that's funny. I found that funny. And I like that it doesn't feel so technical. And, I was a little bit scared because it's a sci-fi, the language, whatnot. But there's a lot of like connection, dialogue, character exploration for now. So, yeah, I don't think I need to worry about that. And I can already sense, some humor to this book, which I enjoy. So it's a good start for us. I think I'm going to go to bed, as I said. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Sleep tight. Bye bye. Today is Sunday, and I have quite the headache, but I still managed to read some. And I am on page 70 something. Let's check. That's 79. And all I can say is that I'm enjoying it more and more. I think I know what I like about it already. So it's the humor that really speaks to me. And because there are, different species and different new cultures and new things, new concepts, it opens up the door for some, creative jokes as well. So I'm really enjoying that. And I love that it's a sci-fi, but it's not too technical. It doesn't get too wrapped up in small technical details that would, one, bore me, and second of all, I probably wouldn't understand. There were even some fun descriptions of food they ate, some celebrations like festivals, and I love it. I love getting to know this new world, basically. So that's my update on the book. I hope you're doing okay, and I will see you sometime soon. Take care.
O Boże. Kitku.
Hi there. So it's a few days later. It's the 9th of June, actually. And I had a really, really nice morning today. I finally had time to make myself look presentable. I did my makeup and I made an attempt to enhance my waves, curls, whatever, for the first time in a long time. That's the result. You can see this one is nice. Yeah. So that's that. I know I have a lot to learn about wavy curly hair and lots of products to buy, as it seems. But I think it's a good time to start, in the summer when I'll have time in the mornings. But let's talk about the book, okay? So I am on page 135, I think. I read that much, so about a fourth maybe. And I'm loving it more and more and more with each page. I'm just in awe, mostly because of the huge diversity of characters and species and cultures that this book describes. And the author does it with such grace and such creativity that it's just amazing. I don't know. I'm talking from a perspective of a sci-fi newbie. Maybe that's nothing incredible in this genre, but it is incredible to me. And I feel immersed in this world. And I even cried this morning because there was a scene in which one of the characters, how do I describe it? So she is a species that is really intimate, that really likes intimacy and touch and physical connection, sex. They're all physical with each other, but also in a platonic way. That's just how they work. And so she did something very, very kind and touching to another individual from this species, and it was so heartwarming and beautiful. I'm amazed. So that's my update. Today, what is the plan for today? I have a German class, then I'm going to work, and lastly, so the afternoon and evening, I'm just going to study away for my exam on Friday. So that's my day. I hope yours is going perfectly fine and amazingly well. And see you next time. All right? Bye. long time no see and no hear again. Today is Monday, June 14th, so it's after the weekend, and we've had quite a stormy and windy and rainy weekend. So in theory it was perfect for reading, but on the other hand, I again chose to spend time with family instead. And what happened on Saturday? I was on a lovely walk in the rain. It sounded just wonderful, and it smelled so good in the forest because it was all so fresh and the greenery was just so happy, because it has been quite dry recently. So when it rained, it was just so good. And yesterday, so on Sunday, I again visited family, and I went to the cinema for the first time after the pandemic, or after lockdown, because the pandemic isn't over, right? And so I went to see The Father with Anthony Hopkins. It was not a fun movie. It was not enjoyable, because of the subject, and because it hit so close to home. But I can absolutely appreciate the production of this film. The script was amazing. I mean, it got an Oscar, so Anthony Hopkins played just breathtakingly. He is just an amazing actor, and he proved that again. And I also noticed that the color grading in this movie was exceptional. The warm tones and the dim lighting, it all reminded me of being old. But I would really recommend this movie if you want to kind of get a perspective, right? So that's that. And I forgot about one thing. Obviously, on Saturday I got my hair done finally, so I'm happy because my roots were getting obnoxious. So I'm really happy about that. She also did some light layering to my hair, in an attempt to help them curl a little bit more. So we tried to add some volume and layers. So that's that. And what about the book? I am on page 231. I have had some time to read, but not an awful lot. So on about page 200, I finally learned something about the new crewmate, Rosemary, that just appears in the plot at the very beginning, but we don't know an awful lot about her. And I don't want to say it started frustrating me, but it did just a little bit, because she was just there. She was there, but we knew nothing about her, and she seemed to have no personality. No, nothing. She was there. But I finally learned something about her. She finally kind of opened up, because of one situation. So I'm glad. Now I know who Rosemary is. Oh, and when I learned about the species and everything, I thought, okay, I know what's going on. But as the book continues, there are more and more and more characters and more species. So it's a continuous cycle of getting to know more about the world. So I love that it wasn't just laid out in the beginning and then like the plot continued or something. It's still kind of unraveling. And it's still amazing. It's still very gripping, fascinating, funny, and it's a blast reading it, really. And I also found that the author managed to find some parallels to our current human problems. And she, for example, explored what happens with a man during war, during, trying times, and what we do to protect families, what we do when we have someone above us. So even though it seems very, light and fun, there are some parallels to actual serious problems, which is great. Yeah, I think that's my update. I hope you guys are still well. I hope. And I will see you God knows when. Bye. Hi there. It is yet again another day, and I'm coming to you with another update. Today is Friday. It's such a beautiful day. The sky is absolutely cloudless. It's hot. I'm wearing this summery outfit. It's wonderful. I'm here with my dog, and I passed another exam. Um, Today's exam was from a subject that's a mixture of psychology, human resources, and ethics, like business ethics. So it was actually quite interesting, and I enjoyed studying for it. So, um, and the results were quite satisfying too. So everything went fine. What else? I am celebrating the passing of the exam with a rhubarb muffin that I baked about 2 days ago, I would say. It also has like a cheesecake filling inside, so just wonderful. I'm sorry if you saw any dog hair on my hand. I was just petting my dog because she's here. Maybe I should give her the microphone. Yeah, I think you heard the proof that she's here. Yep, there's the sniffing. Oh, and I wanted to talk about hair with you. So as you can see, it's quite wavy slash curly today, because I told you that I wanted to try working on the definition of my waves. So I used two products. One was a cream, one was a gel. And the gel seems quite necessary because my curls or waves just don't seem to hold up when I go to sleep and wake up the next morning. It's just gone. It's all gone. There's just frizz that is left. So gel has been helping because this is the second time that I did this routine, so to say. But I do really like the results. I didn't think my hair was able to do something like this. Yeah, I really like it. I hope that you do too, because I plan on wearing it like this throughout the summer at least. But I wanted to ask you if you have any hair tips, maybe you have a similar curl pattern to mine, and you know something that would bring out even more of the wave, or whatever you have, just let me know. But you are here for the book, right? Right? I love Andresks. I love Sussex. She's the best, hands down. She is the best. If you have read the book, please let me know if you agree, and if you have any other favorite species, if that's not considered, uh, you know, discrimination and speciesism. I just love this woman, and I want to be friends with her. I want to know her. I want Sussex to exist. Okay. Um. Yeah, she's just the best. On the opposite side of the spectrum, we have Rosemary, who I still have some doubts about. Because at the beginning, I really thought that she was, coming to the ship and she was going to be like a main character, that it was about her. But I was absolutely wrong. She doesn't bring all that much to the plot. She's not a very significant character. She helps with the legal stuff and with documentation, and she has done some things for the crew. But aside from her job, like in private life, she doesn't do much. She doesn't talk a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure about Rosemary, but that doesn't change my opinion of the book whatsoever. I'm just not sure if she's really necessary in the book. But I might be wrong, because there was one thing that happened, which I obviously loved. This morning when I was reading whilst eating breakfast, something suspicious happened, or started happening. And it kind of kept me at the edge of my seat, because I'm not sure if it's a good thing that's happening or a bad thing. Should I be worried? Is something bad going to just I don't know. But I couldn't keep reading because I had to, get ready for the exam. So I can't wait to go back. I just have a few things left that I have to do, and then I can read. And I think I'll be able to finish the book today or tomorrow. And I cannot wait to give you my final thoughts. Of course, I know, and you know that the review is going to be very good and the rating is going to be like a 5. But still, I really can't wait to see how it all wraps up, and I can't wait to chat with you in the comments. Let's just say hi to the people real quick. No talking today. That's fine. Bye bye. I think it's my first time recording an ASMR video, or at least a part of it, outside. So it is quite interesting, and I hope that you can hear a little bit of the wind, a little bit of the birds, because that's part of the ambiance, right? It is Saturday, and I have been doing productive stuff all day. So now I came here to relax a little bit because, ASM artists have to do that too. And hopefully finish the book. So I found this little corner, this little nice, quiet place. So I hope I can finish the book and have a nice, relaxing time. And I will catch you in a little bit. I don't know if holding my phone in my hand will work, but let's try it. If it's a little bit shaky, please excuse it. So I finished the book, and as you saw, I cried and I used up a whole packet of tissues. There are flies everywhere, and I got bitten by 3 or 4 bugs, like different kinds and different ants. But I had a wonderful time. I haven't had the opportunity to really sit down with a book for a few good hours in a long time, so I'm glad I could do it. And it was a wonderful book. The part that kind of got me was not again, but something concerning AI and if they are sentient, if they feel, if they can love. If you watched Her with Joaquin Phoenix, you might recognize this trope, but there is something similar in here, and it's touching and it's sad, but yeah, there are just so many things happening, and this book is so rich, and every story has its own meaning. Every character, even Rosemary, they all have a part to play, and they're all important as it turns out. I'm glad this book exists, and I'm glad that one of you recommended it to me. I'm sorry if you can see the flies. I probably just stink like tears. So yeah. I'll see you tomorrow for our little wrap up. Okay, time to wrap it all up and give you maybe a more concise review. So I love this book and there were no parts that I didn't like. There were no parts that were boring, parts that dragged, none of that. I loved the creativity that the author has put in to make this world come together. I loved the diversity of the different species, the descriptions and the details of their cultures and bodies. Incredible. And I loved how easy it was to get into it, even for a sci-fi newbie like me. And if you are a sci-fi newbie too, I think it would be a perfect place to start. And I'm glad that I started here and I didn't get discouraged. I mean, of course, there was some technology and mechanics, but it was explained, it was understandable, so no worries. And as I told you before, all the action and world building and character development, it was all intertwined with serious topics, with like moral dilemmas. For example, how an AI should be treated. And I thought it was exceptional, really. It gave me some food for thought, honestly. But overall, I thought it was just a fun ride. Or should I say, flight. I laughed, I cried, and I would do it again, really. I think there are 2 more books that I thought were like continuation of the series, but there are, it says, immerse yourself in another book set in the Wayfarer's universe, Becky Chambers' Sunday Times best-selling series of standalone novels. So I guess you can read them independently. So I don't know if, I don't think it follows the same characters. They're standalone. They're just in this world. And I would pick them up. They're here. As you can see, they're called A Closed and Common Orbit, and the second one is a record of a spaceborne view. Record of a spaceborne view, yes. I also hope you enjoyed this video, and if you stuck around until now, wow, thank you. You're amazing. I love you. So, I will see you in my next video, and remember to give me your next suggestions in the comments. I would love to continue this series. So stay safe, stay healthy, and read some books. Bye.